Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killerrodan, and today I'm reviewing a South Korean film titled The Thieves. Wait, didn't I already review this? Well yeah, but of course YouTube again gets on my case for some old bullshit for no fucking reason, so I'm gonna redo this folks, but oh well. At least it gives me an excuse to talk about an Asian film. And yeah, it's been a while since I've actually talked about an Asian film from its own place, I guess. So yeah, might as well use this as an opportunity to once again talk about that. So I guess so. Yeah, again, this is a South Korean action film kind of thing going on here. And of course, as always, I do have to talk about the plot of this particular movie. Oh yeah. But in this film, as you can see, like the title suggests, the plot revolves around a group of thieves, of course. And in this movie, yeah, we get to see this cat burglar whom seduces the owner of this particular gallery and steals a rare artifact with the help of three other criminals. So these characters will, of course, become very important to the overall plot. They do become a team, so to speak, I guess you can say, because they realize that staying in Korea will become too dangerous. As such, they join in a heist led by a master thief, and they will do a particular thing that will make them extremely wealthy. Oh yeah. So bottom line, this is a heist style type of a movie. If you're into this kind of thing, I guess you will have a good time watching it, folks. But at the end of the day, this film was pretty okay, I guess. It was a decent film. I had this film on Blu-ray, folks, and it does look really, really good on Blu-ray. The high definition does help to bring the film to life, and I like that. The sound quality isn't too bad either, folks. I do like the sound quality. It's definitely top notch. This film does present itself in its original language, but yes, of course, it does contain the option for subtitles. So for anyone that does not have any understanding of the language, no need to worry, because it does have the option for subtitles. Filmmakers nowadays mainly use this new format called digital filmmaking, and even though this film was actually shot in the digital format, it does feature was later transferred into the Blu-ray format, and so the film's images looks fantastic. So at least visually speaking, folks, the film is fantastic. It's stunning, visually speaking. Details in the close-ups are very lifelike. I really do love the facial details on the hair and the flawless skin on the characters, and it's really nicely done right there. And the shadows in the backgrounds and whatnot are really good. The colors are really nicely done, folks, and the black colors never come off overly flat or anything. So again, visually speaking, they come off really, really good, folks. Even the character skin tones. So with that being said, folks, I highly recommend getting the Blu-ray version copy of this movie. It is worth the buy. It's not a bad movie. So I didn't hate the movie. So folks, to tell you bluntly, I have to come clean right here, folks, because the only reason I really watch this film is because of this actress, really. I really do like her performance, and I've seen her in other movies as well. And she does play a certain type of character in this film, and she does a fantastic job in this. The very first movie I've seen her in was, of course, the live-action version of Blood the Last Vampire, which I quite enjoyed. So, because of that movie, I wanted to see her in this, folks, and she doesn't do a bad job at all, folks. And she does have her own sexiness to her, I guess you can say. And she does have some scenes where she presses her breasts together just for humorous sake, which I found rather funny. Yes, I know some people out there will call me a pervert, but I don't care. I mean, for crying out loud, I played this particular game. That alone would be enough for people to call me a pervert, but I really don't give a rat's ass. I can play whatever I want here, folks. Oh yeah. Yeah, in my brutal, honest opinion, folks, she's definitely the best actress in the entire film. As for everybody else, they do a solid job, of course. The action scenes in this film, folks, are rather impressive, I guess you can say. The second half of the movie features a wide variety of type of action in this film, folks, and the fact that this film is in Blu-ray definitely helps it out. The sound effects really does help this film, folks, so it does provide theatric listening experience. And a lot of this film does involve around dialogue, speaking, of course. But yeah, there's a lot of dialogue in this film, folks, but the action is really well done, folks. So also the thing is, like I said before, the dialogue is delivered in Korean, of course. Also, even though there is some Japanese here and there, some Cantonese along with some Mandarin that was thrown in there for some good measure. So that's a good thing, I guess you can say. It's not that bad. I quite enjoy that myself. Yeah, folks, the thing is, I was specifying South Korea earlier because in North Korea, these films cannot be made because of this prick son of a bitch over here, folks. Ugh, can't stand him. The actress also was in Sassy Girl, which was pretty much a typical romantic comedy that was made, folks. And yes, I did review the film a while back, and it was a decent film. But this one, it was a bit more enjoyable than that one, folks. Yeah, I actually liked The Thieves a lot more, folks. And yes, there was a lot of talent when it comes to the acting from both the actors and actresses. There's a lot of talent there. But however, the thing is that the script itself couldn't really hold my interest that long. I've seen this film with the Amazing Maddie. So Amazing Maddie, if you're watching this review, I highly appreciate the fact that you've seen this film with me. Oh yeah. This film does come off rather typical, I guess you can say. Yeah, it's cliched, so this results in a fairly straightforward film where the audience will automatically know who will portray who, and none of it is done with any creativity, really, folks. And even though I did find some of the action scenes rather good, but it can also be rather pretty ridiculous at times, folks. And there's some loose ends in the film that ultimately don't really tie up together all that much, really, folks. But all in all, this was a pretty solid film, I guess. It's rather entertaining in its own way, folks. And the film did receive many awards, so that's a good thing right there, folks. And yes, there's better heist movies out there than this, but I still recommend this film anyway, because, folks, all in all, it was an okay film, I suppose. It did make a shitload of money, so there's that. Oh yeah, folks, by the end of the day, when you think about it, this pretty much became the most typical action film you can see, folks. It's really generic in terms of plot and characters, folks. And yeah, it's not that original, really, folks, but there's some aspects I did like about this film. The story itself wasn't that bad, really, folks. It's just nothing that original, really. Oh yeah, by the end of the day, folks, this was pretty much your typical action thriller heist type of a movie. But there's certain aspects I did like. The editing of this film wasn't too bad, folks. You can really tell that the editor was really attempting to give the film a really action feel to it, folks, which is fine, of course. But yeah, the thing is, folks, I still enjoyed Blood the Last Vampire a hell of a lot more. And yeah, sure, the Thieves had more of a budget, I guess you can say, but I still want to see a sequel to this film. I don't know, there's plenty of things they could have done for a sequel. Just look in the news, folks. There's plenty of storylines they could have used. Just look in the newspapers or the news recently, folks. You could always use what's going on right now to use as a storyline for this film, folks. I mean, I would have done it if I were the director of this movie, folks. I would have done a sequel to the Blood movie instead, I guess. But I just enjoyed that film a lot more, is what I'm saying, folks, all in all. But then again, I do enjoy vampire films, but despite that, that was a much better action film as far as I'm concerned anyway. And the thing is, what the fuck happened to this character, folks? This character just suddenly disappeared after the first 5 of the movie, so you could make a sequel out of that somehow. Oh boy, folks, if I were the director and I made the sequel to Blood the Last Vampire, I would have made it really gory and creepy, folks. Oh yeah, maybe a bit on the sexual wild side, because it ain't fucking North Korea. That's why. Oy. Anyway, I would say that this film is definitely something you can pick up, folks. And if you do end up watching this film sooner or later, folks, just don't expect a masterpiece, because this is far from it. It's not a bad movie, but it had potential to be much better. The Thieves, the Blu-ray version, it gets an overall rating of a 6.8 out of 10, folks. It gets a 6.8 out of 10 from me. As always, thanks for watching, and take care. See ya.